You are listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
The potato peelings in the sink did not turn into vodka as I had hoped. I only start to need a drink after the liquor stores have closed. I heard you changed your name again, but don't you change your hair. It was the only thing I liked about you in the end. La la la.
I don't even know if this is a good idea. Hangover podcast. Hey, why don't you enjoy a journey with us as we try to piece together what exactly happened in the last 24 hours?
A lot of loathing and a little fear.
I'm trying to think of like a good third that was probably, well, Andy's too, he's erratic on his best day. I think maybe we should just wait a minute to start this.
We could wait, because last night we could have done it. We were telling witty stories.
We could have,
We were amusing. We had some good ones.
That ran late.
We had a lot of tape, but yeah. I mean, it took us a while to get in our groove, but once we did, that was pretty good.
Let me have.
I forget what we were besmirching the girls on, but it was funny.
We've only got 339 hours on digital left, so we can just let it roll.
But you didn't record the rain the other night, did you?
The what?
The rain?
No.
Oh, because it was raining in Las Vegas. That would be more interesting. Listen to this. You're not going to believe it. This is the rain.
Okay, this is the Doug Stanhope Hangover podcast as we try to recreate the events that have happened over the last 24 to 36 hours. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Plaza Hotel.
On the top floor.
In a suite.
A suite.
Yeah.
Well, it's the top floor if you take 4 of the elevators.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There is a 25th floor on one elevator.
Wow.
You go, where the hell does that go?
Who's
Have you
that
ever tried
guy?
hitting the button?
Oh, no, I haven't, actually.
Well, we got to do that. We got to see what's on it.
I think the maid who came by, I could call her the trash person. She took out 2 large trash bags of trash from this one room.
Full size, like
And one
lawn bags.
It filled her cart, and then she said, "Just leave it at the door. We'll send someone."
I have a lotto ticket on the table. Did she find that?
She might have it.
Yeah, if she could just run through the garbage real quick. Yeah, no, we're the room with the 2 bags. Yeah.
Well, the one bag's still sitting out there. That's probably going to be there till we check out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like an example. Like, this is what you did.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Shame us.
We ran out of toilet paper this morning. We waved her off because she was coming down the hall. We were like, no, we're good, thanks. And the lady told me yesterday, my back hurts. You don't know how much work this is. And I go, I assume it's like being a maid. And, and so she keeps going. And then later, after I waved her off, I go to the bathroom. Becky had just come out. And I went, whoop. I had 1 sheet left. I'm like, oh, this is bad. Can we either get a bunch more towels or a roll of toilet paper? Your call.
Or in a pinch, the little coupon book that you get on check-in.
Hey.
That's what they're using down at Derek.
I think I wiped my ass with Louis Anderson.
The coupon for Louis Anderson. That's what Derek and Andy were using for toilet paper last night.
What?
The coupon book for like 2-for-1 sandwiches at Subway. I was ripping out a coupon this morning to get a sandwich because he could get two 6 inches for the price of one. And he goes, "Oh, that's what those are for? We're using that as toilet paper in our room." So it
You
comes in-
should use a Subway fucking coupon as toilet paper because in Las Vegas, the city that never sleeps, the 24-hour town where you can walk around with a cocktail in your hand at any day, at any time of the day or night, drink, gamble, lose everything you have, any hour, whores. Yeah, Subway still in the Plaza Hotel will not give you a fucking breakfast sandwich after 11 o'clock. So I went down, my first morning anger fit. I knew I couldn't get it because I've already been through this a few times. So I ordered a bunch of foot-long sandwiches, had a made-up toasted, and then the last sandwich I ordered was an egg white ham and cheese. And they go, oh, we don't serve those after 11. And then I go, okay, never mind the entire order. I just left them standing there with a stack of sandwiches.
Vote with your feet. Guess what? Excuse me. Are you one of our super players? Guess what? You've won a free sub sandwich. Quick, find the next guy on the list.
Yeah, we're going to find out what we've actually accomplished with that Royal Rewards card. Oh, my God, we have a company. Who could it be? Andy Andrist. On the, hang on. Let me move microphones.
Here, we'll put the chairs together.
No. One in the corner.
Well, I guess they're on coupons in their room. He immediately goes in the bathroom.
Derek, we just heard you've been wiping your ass with fun book coupons.
2 for 1s. Is it 2-ply? No.
But you stole coupons or toilet paper? Toilet paper, all right. Good work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have that. You can kind of request it.
You can ask them. They prefer you to have it in your room.
Yeah, they'd rather have you wiping your ass with the toilet paper that's complimentary here at the Plaza Hotel in downtown Vegas. Come on down, complimentary toilet paper. Don't you dare wipe your ass with that sausage egg McMuffin wrapper.
Remember,
This isn't North Vegas.
the pool is open at 5 o'clock. The bidet is broken.
We had a bit of a beef. I still have a fucking beef with security here. One security guy in particular. Because yesterday we spent football with the fans. Don't worry, Andy. That's the whole theme of this podcast. Here, have a seat. It's the Hangover podcast, trying to recreate the events of the last 36 hours in Las Vegas. I know we did a show. It was probably the least amusing thing of the last.
Exactly. Remember tradition?
Yeah, you have to do that show thing, being a comic and all. And it was nice. It's a nice showroom. It was a little understaffed at the bar, not complaining about the Plaza Hotel, downtown Las Vegas, Old Vegas, number 1 South Main Street. Come
Right on the corner,
Plaza
right on the
Hotel. And then we did the fan day, fan appreciation day, hung out all day watching football in the sports book. It was great until I bet money and then saw a girl on, we call her Vegas 702 is her at. That's you, at Vegas 702 on Twitter. You jinx. I told you specifically don't come down when anytime. I never want to see your face when I'm gambling because you're a jinx.
Cooler.
I lost every single football game I bet on. Every single one.
Even the locks were losses.
Yes. And then she just sat there staring at me. I'm like, why are you still here? I thought you left for the night game. That's the only reason I bet the Saints is because I thought you were gone. You're here. Oh, the Saints lost.
Thanks, Jinxie.
Thank you for the tip.
Yeah.
That's the one game I won yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he reverse bet it.
I
Yeah.
reverse bet it because Mark
almost
Rat
did.
Ranch was alone, but you were Becker was voting with you with New Orleans.
Yeah, we got Matt Becker and Andy Andrist as well as Ggreg Chaille as always. And yeah, then it started to spiral out at some point. It was a great day. No one was a douchebag.
No, it was fun.
Until late last night. There was one creepy guy. Me and Becker and some folks.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know what happened to you.
Yeah, you were.
What
MIA.
did happen to you, Andy?
Is that a Vegas term?
I went
Am
up to that room with a guy, the prosthetic limbs room. He wasn't there, but
Oh, that
he
was
has
great.
he has a cooler bag of pills, and the guy just like started pulling out different pill bottles and asking if I wanted them, and I said, yeah, mostly. But he gave me a what was it?
Yeah, most all of them.
Dilaudid. Dilaudid, and I go, what? I was asking what it was. Is it a pain? He goes, he was real vague, so I just took it, and it's kind of knocks you out eventually. So.
That's what killed Lenny Bruce. Lenny
Yeah.
Bruce was shooting up fucking Dilaudid.
Yeah.
I'm standing at the bar by the sports book, and I hear what I had just taken off my jacket or something, and I heard what it sounded like a thermos bottle clunk to the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? I don't have a thermos on me. And I looked down, and the dude had dropped his leg and didn't notice it. So I had to reach down and pick up from the knee stump down this prosthetic leg. And I said, excuse me, sir, you dropped your leg. And I handed it to him. And I think that's the first time I've ever said, excuse me, sir, you've dropped your leg.
Yeah, and the idea that he might walk off without it.
I saw a fight at Harvey's, and I had nothing to do with
Harvey's
it.
Comedy Club in Portland?
Harvey's downtown Portland. It was
Worst comedy club in America?
Yeah, the worst comedy club, and there was two groups of assholes that kind of closed the show together in the audience. Just they had to go through the same aisleway, and just two groups of assholes. But one guy who was in the middle of it had a wooden leg or a prosthetic, and he was at the bottom of the pile. But this one lady was screaming, "He lost his leg. He can't get up," or what it is. It's just a melee, and the prosthetic limbs, when they come off clumsy, are really fucking hilarious. You know, like crooked and shit. It's like an optical illusion.
So yeah, that guy tells me, he goes, "Oh yeah, I set your buddy up with some pills." And I go, "What, Andy?" And they go, "Yeah." I go, "What'd you give him? Downers?" He goes, "Yeah, a bunch of Ativan and Dilaudid." I go, "Well, you don't do that to Andy. Like, this is early. This is like 6 o'clock at night."
How low can you go?
Andy's
Actually,
already.
didn't Derek? You said I was, or no? Somebody was telling me it was really up. I think Glenn Wool. Like it kind of had the opposite effect, but when I went down for the night. I came into Doug's room for a few minutes, and I didn't have the energy to fucking. So I went. You guys came down to play.
Well, we went down to play,
yeah.
and then there's one creeper guy. He hadn't done anything specifically, but he sat at the other end of the table. Was it Let It Ride we were playing?
We play a lot. We gamble a lot.
He's at the opposite end of the table, and he's talking. I guess he's talking to you about it.
His corner.
I got to tell Stanhope these stories.
He needs my story. My story.
I got out of prison. He works in the oil fields in like Minot or something, North Dakota.
And he was just wound way too tight.
And he was like,
he would start doing
teeming with energy. Like he's giving you the mad dog stare, even when you're politely talking.
You know, remember that video game where the little the guy in the little straw hat, he goes, he builds up fire and then goes. That's what that guy seemed like. He was going, yeah. I go, look at it. He's gonna shoot a fucking bolt of lightning. But he was definitely a loose.
So he just get creepier and creepier, and you know it's going to end in a problem. So we just switched tables and moved to roulette, and he follows us, and then he's just sitting there with this violent energy and this wide-eyed meth stare, trying to talk to you, but and even when it's polite conversation, he's saying it in a way that's not polite. It almost felt like it was
fake, that he was trying to come off as not as creepy as he really was.
Right.
Like, hey, I can hold this together for one question. All right.
Yeah, so then we decided, let's just abandon this. Let's quit. We were up anyway, so that was a good reason to just leave the floor completely. Came back upstairs, and at some point we go, he's going to be gone by now. It's been an hour.
Let's go back.
I know you wish you had a guy like Ray Donovan that's just on staff that would take care of a problem.
We do.
Yeah.
But he was sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad
Shank was sleeping. I even texted him. I'll check my... I don't know what time it was, but I texted him at some god-awful hour.
Paging Mr. Misdirect.
I just wrote, hey, we're still at the bar. Like, in case he's just happens to be awake at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, no. But no, he wasn't. So we went back down to the bar. Obviously, the dude's still cruising back and forth, but we found some good seats on the back side of the bar where we thought he wouldn't spot us. And we had our backs to the wall and an eye on him. And at one point, he spotted us, and he came over. And just then, a bachelorette party had shown up on the other side of the bars. So we put him on them. I like... Man, those girls, you to go torture those girls.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right.
He's like, okay.
So then he's going over and like partially stripping for them. And I'm like, this is a perfect thing.
Like, did you learn that in jail? Probably the wrong thing to say.
We put bad on bad. Like, okay, there's two awful people, the Psycho and the Bachelorette Party. Let's put them together. And then that was very amusing for about 15, 20 minutes. It got us.
Then that got creepy.
Then that got creepy.
What?
Well, he got creepy on them.
Creepier.
They
They got
started.
creepy on the girls, and they started going, we need to get away
But
from
see,
this
then
guy.
you could have done the reverse scam where it's good cop, bad cop, and then you move in and comfort the girls and say that he's been creeping you out too.
Or we give them the lot.
we noticed that that guy was bothering you, and we've seen shit.
Well, we had our own girl who was actually very sweet. I don't know her name. I wouldn't say it anyway, but she there was two people that were hanging out down there. There's a guy, he had a cool leisure suit on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool dude,
Yeah, they
looked
were
like
great.
Jeremy Renner, and his girlfriend she was wearing a Packers shirt with giant, huge tits.
Giant tits.
You almost couldn't see the
Just said
Packers
giant
logo.
tits, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I stared at that Packer. Your mind starts coming up with different scenarios with Packer, cantaloupe
So
Packers.
one of us talked her out of her shirt and bra.
Yeah. And she put on my red
Really?
plastic jacket.
Yeah.
At the bar or in the casino?
In the casino, but it's at that backside of the bar where it's really dark. There's no place in Vegas you're not being filmed.
Yeah, there
But-
was a camera right above
yeah,
us.
but again, it's the Plaza. The fact that a young girl is getting half naked is nothing
Yeah.
but good publicity.
Yeah, I
of
don't
this
think they
place.
throw you out for that.
Yeah,
They
it-
throw you in for that.
And then, I somehow finally coerced her into getting down. I go, I understand if you don't want to show the nipples. You just want to show the cleavage. Because my mother also had one really awkward, weird nipple. So she was embarrassed. I don't have any awkward, weird nipples.
Oh,
then you-
scars? Do you have any scars?
She did. She had a part of her liver removed. So she had a giant scar. But she had giant titties. Big old
So you
giant
go, I
titties.
didn't even know she had a belly.
I loved that was my favorite part of the ride with the Girls Gone Wild was we were at one of those sketchy Atlanta bar, and all the big black women were showing off it's obviously not going to be on the Girls Gone Wild, but we got some pictures and it's just hilarious. Like, this is awesome. Big flapjack titties.
Oh, yeah. Well, Girls Gone Wild, and like every hideous beast is there first and early. Like,
We want a T-shirt.
"Here's
We don't
my
have
titties. Can
we
I
don't-
get a hat?
we don't have extra
Hey, how
extra
come your
large.
camera light isn't
Yeah, the
on?
red light's not on.
What? Oh, we have to cover it up. It's a legal thing.
Do you
Don't
have
you-
extra
don't-
extra large shirts?
Here, take two. They're small.
That'd be the better video is to go around and do like a Girls Gone Wild at just real dive bars and get like a fucking old skanks to show their tits. I would watch that.
So dude comes back. The story's not over. Dude finally comes back after torturing the ladies, and by this point, Big Titty's husband is fed up, and he goes, "Listen, you got to just leave us alone."
Yeah.
And we're
I've
like,
had enough.
yeah, and we are already parading away, and we get halfway back, and we're like, "Fuck this! This is
Why are we being
security's
driven out
job."
by one?
By one
nitwit?
fucking
We're all drinking.
sketchy guy. So we decided to go back, and I stopped at there's two security guys. One's like 140 years old, and then there's this fucking angry black guy.
Right, like a 70s cop show.
Yeah.
I got all the experience, but the young kid, he's the runner.
And I just very politely said, "Hey, listen, that guy right behind you, don't turn around now, but right behind you, there's a guy with a shaved head and wearing like a Hawaiian shirt kind of thing. That guy is definitely a problem. He's done nothing yet to actually warrant throwing him out, but it's going to happen because he's been, we've had to leave the casino floor twice because of this guy." And they go, "Okay." We go back to our original seats. The guy comes around and confronts the husband, like right in his face, like squaring off.
And we're
And
back in a
I'm
one-way
waving-
corner, so
Yeah,
there's
we're-
no exit.
Yeah, we're backed into a corner. I'm waving at the security guys. I'm like, "It's going on now." And they're just staring at me. I'm like, "No, I just told you about." I'm mouthing this from across the room. "This thing is going down right now." And finally, the black guy just starts moseying over like he's going to take out the trash. And I'm like, like, I said something like, "What are you, rollerblading? Come on, this is a thing." And he heard that.
Yeah.
And he came up to me while this fight is about to
he squares off with Doug.
enhance.
Wow.
He comes up to me. Are you going to try to tell me how to do my job? And I'm like, this is right here, right there. And
telling
so
him
he
how to do
looks
his
at the
job.
two guys who are locked eyes and about to like who's gonna get froggy. And he says, "You guys got a problem?" And the one says, "No problem." As he's looking at the other guy. He's like,
goes,
well, then there's no
"Then there's
problem.
no problem."
I'm like, are you fucking? So I went directly
Bro
to the
down.
pit boss, and I'm like, and the pit boss goes, "Hey, Doug Stanhope." I go, "Yeah, but right now there's a problem going on. These guys are fighting." I try to explain it. The security guy comes up to me. It gets in my face in front of the pit boss. You're going to tell me how to do my job, huh? Oh, you want to have some kind of problem with me? And the guy that was the good guy that warned you that there's a guy that's in, and now, and then the pit boss just walks away from me. I'm like, you're a fucking cunt. What a cunt. So, then I had to leave because again, no matter how right you are, if you're drunk, you're wrong. So I couldn't argue because, I was obviously pie-eyed, but I was,
Well, I knew
alert.
I knew I had to go. I'm looking for my phone all night, a couple days, but I thought the only place it was in the Louis Anderson Theater and
The showroom where you had the show on Saturday
And
night.
I know the only people that I couldn't find anybody to open the room, but I knew if it was the people that were in there, they might be mad at me. So I was kind of nervous about going back to ask them. Because, like you said, there's cameras everywhere in Vegas. Somewhere somebody saw me riding Louis' scooter, zipping around, and
Well, you weren't really riding it. You were trying to hang on.
And it
Yeah.
it ended up tangled up in the backdrop curtain and
not the backdrop. We didn't get back.
Well, no, it didn't hit the one that was directed to the stage.
I believe my manager, Mr. Brian Hennigan, the filthy uncut Scotsman, actually threatened
He
your
threatened
life.
to murder me, but he did it with such a high pitched, shrill Scottish.
He meant it.
No, it was a
No, he
controlled.
was-
It was a
yeah.
controlled yelling whisper because the
show
Doug was
was
on
going
stage and
Oh,
you
it was.
had
Okay.
ran. Yes,
Louis Anderson does a regular show here weekly, so he was off this week, but he leaves his rascal scooter
A fatty scooter.
backstage and with the keys in it, and then that's a fucking monkey with a gun with Andy. Just,
Yeah.
so he's tearing around backstage at full speed,
Yeah,
almost
that thing
running
goes
people
pretty
over.
quick.
Well, I was doing my Tony Stewart impression.
Well,
You almost killed Becky, so that was good.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
when Hennigan tried to kill you.
you
When
can't.
Hennigan repeated, because obviously I was on stage, so I missed the event. I heard about it from Brian Hennigan the next day, yesterday at football, who said it with as much anger as he must have had at the time. Just repeating it, he was that angry. Like he's yelling at me, telling me the story. Like it wasn't me, I understand, but you're talking about someone else.
He's already cooled down for
No,
18,
beyond
20 hours.
threatening to murder me, he hasn't brought it back up to me. So
That's probably good.
Yeah, well, that means he's either set the wheels in motion that I've already eaten poison or something.
Well, you stopped, and then it was Andy.
Last time I saw him, he was talking to some guy with a prosthetic leg, and he was
It was
giving
very.
money for something.
It was very Adrian Pete. It was very Adrian Peterson threatening.
But it was done, and then you hit the gas and did kind of a little bit of a
forward. Well,
yes,
yeah.
it lurched forward.
It lurched forward,
and the
again.
heavy backdrop curtain is the only thing that stopped you from going out towards the stage.
And a special
that's-
guest. Hey, Chris Fonseca wants to do a few minutes.
So then we'll put a link to Chris Fonseca. And then that's when Hennigan ran towards you and did that thing where he grabbed both lapels of your jacket and yanked you
And threatened murder.
Yeah.
I should've-
quietly.
I should have said, "You've all heard him. He threatened murder." No, but
No
he did,
one
yeah.
was on your side.
Yeah,
Well,
you were not going to win on this one.
He was all dressed. He was dressed a little like a little baby Ray. What's the show? Ray Donovan. He had the black jacket and pants and
sport coat and
so
Hawaiian
yeah,
shirt.
he was definitely dressed to make threats.
Well, it worked. I remember you disappeared for a while. You go, I'm
You're
going to go
good
find...
at disappearing
I think
for a
he
while.
said, he goes, I'm going to go find Louis Anderson. He ran off. I go, okay.
I know, but then you think, oh shit, there's cameras everywhere. So
No, we all
Louis
knew-
probably got
hey,
a feed going.
we
What
all
the
knew
fuck is
that."
going on? That's my favorite scooter. Now it's not even going to be charged.
That would be funny if it ran out halfway up to the stage.
No, I thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, Louis Anderson.
What if he closes his show by like when the whale does the big splash zone? Like he goes
Shamu
up,
does that,
he? Yeah, he
that
goes right to
broadside.
the edge of the stage, but somehow I've gummed it up, and he kills some people in the front, and then they review the tape and find out I was on his scooter, and that's what happened.
You left it on
See,
standby.
what? I told you it was broken. have the shirtless guy come up and fix it. But the thing about it is, I've been on some fatty scooters before, but this one was. I wonder if they had like extra husky scooter because it was like a jet
No,
ski.
it was amazing how
Yeah.
fast it goes.
Uh-huh.
It really, I was gonna fuck with it.
It
Then I
really,
went,
and then I thought if I did clip somebody, what if they made me, like I could have got a Dewey for riding this scooter around if there would have been an
A
accident.
DUI backstage. Only Andy Anderson could get a DUI backstage
On a
in a
fatty,
show.
on a rascal.
Sir, you want to step off the scooter? I was like, what?
In a 6-foot
Those
radius.
things weren't designed for somebody who's 170. It's just hard not to pick up the Louis vibe because these pictures everywhere in this building and outside.
Well, it is actually Louis.
And he does have a he does.
I don't know if you know about marketing.
He
but-
does have a handsome pumpkin.
Yeah, it's weird being in Vegas, like reading through the weekly guide, and you go, "Wow, I'm fucking old," because I recognize most of the people that are playing in Vegas, and that's not a good thing. I know more people in Vegas than any given improv on a Saturday night. I don't know any of the names on Comedy Central, but yeah, I guess we're at an age where they're all playing Vegas.
Yeah.
Tom Rhodes was in town. He came down. Ralphie May is in town. Couldn't make it, but Lana came down. That was cool. Miss Tabitha Stevens and Allie, not Allie. Was nice to see you at the show. Dan Tosh was in town. Rogan was here doing UFC. Didn't get a chance to see him, but I did see a lot of roulette where you close your eyes and you can still see the wheels spinning when you're trying to sleep.
How'd you do?
Black 10.
We actually,
Black 10.
yeah, we hit it a couple times. I think I might have actually come close to getting back to even once you showed up. Becker and I have a fucking good mojo at roulette.
It is, and it's great. I mean, a couple times we had all our chips in, and then we literally did a comeback where you have your colored chips for $1. We did a comeback where all of a sudden that one time I thought he did the math wrong because he shoved all the color back. I was fully on the board. I had nothing left. Fully on the board, and then I hit, and he shoves back all the color with $300 on top. I go, nice. I couldn't even do the math how I did that. I go, really? 7?
Becker and I were in Costa Rica once at the usual kind
The Best Western Casino, El Cito.
Yeah, by the Liberia airport. And we got on a run to the point where we were hitting so fucking many numbers randomly in a row that they were trying to. We were scared, they might come after us.
It's a little locally run casino.
Just random number.
There's
would
nobody
pop up.
really in it but us.
Yeah, I like 23. Boom, 23 hits. You know what? How about doubles there? Boom, in a row, and just stacks of fucking massive. They're colones, but we still fucking beat the shit out of them to a point where we should duck out.
Right.
We
But
told
we're
them. That's right. We told them we're going to come back.
Yeah, we did the whole spiel. When do you guys open tomorrow? Because we're bringing this back. We want to put this in play. Don't kill us. Are you guys staying in the hotel? Not in room 17, if that's what you mean.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hey, and the people, no one really traveled that far. We put out the thing where because the Plaza is attached to the bus station. And there has been no dearth of fucking scavenger, savage, homeless people meander through waiting to get that fucking bus to Omaha. Security's got their hands full here.
I
and you're
saw
fucking
a
with
guy
me.
get taken out in a wheelchair by security, and he was drunk, so they put him in the wheelchair to get
Was
him
it Chris
out.
Fonseca?
No, it was a guy who was just
No, he got so drunk he was walking around.
Yeah, this guy. So then they took him out to the front of the taxi cab stand, and there was like 5, all of them black guys driving in the row. And then one by one, they drove past this white drunk asshole and refused to give him a ride.
That's
he's just
turnabout is fair play.
there was a big scuttle, security calling, saying we got to get this asshole off our curb. And
Cops won't take him. Paramedics won't take him. The bus shuts its doors. And
Yeah.
Pawn shop takes a look, says we'll take the chair, but not the guy in it.
Hang on, Derek, what do you got?
Oh, I saw on the news there was a huge fight in one of the casinos this weekend. I thought I heard 35 people were involved.
Oh, really?
Probably.
I saw it on the news this
Was
morning.
it UFC?
I bet it was at UFC related.
It could be UFC. I've been to UFC, and it's terrifying to be in that crowd.
Yeah.
It's just bloodlust. This fucking animal gladiator shit.
Yeah,
But that's not near downtown.
So
All the UFC stuff's up at those big fancy hotels on the Strip, not downtown Las Vegas.
No, it's nice though. It's really they've done a good
Oh,
job.
you got bare knuckle
changing it.
brawling down here too, but there's no cage.
But it's organized.
you have to finish up who traveled the furthest. to
Oh
play
yeah,
the show.
so we did the Who's Going to Travel the Furthest by Greyhound, and I don't think anyone really made any long distance ones, but we had people from everywhere, and thank you very much for coming out. We had a fucking blast of football, but Raven, who was it? What was the guy's name? Fred and Raven came from Sweden
To see the show.
to see the show and hang out for a couple days. So yeah, we'll hook up with them later on today.
Yeah, they were
and
great.
yeah, thank you for coming from Sweden, because I ain't coming there anytime soon. Maybe
Yeah, no, I
maybe
told him, yeah.
2015. Do that run again. What
He
else?
looked like a guy from Sweden though. That was what I thought was cool. He had dreadlocks. He's huge, and he's just nice.
Yeah, he
He's-
plays Swedish reggae. I
Yeah.
go, that's a niche market.
That is. I mean, you get me in the door with it. I don't know if I'm staying.
Maybe we'll get him on the podcast later doing the Swedish reggae unplugged.
Is that what he does? Swedish reggae?
Yeah, Swedish reggae.
He did look like it,
No,
but I think he's probably the only one doing it, right?
Well, it's in Sweden. If you want reggae, you probably don't have a lot of choices. You got to go find Fred.
we meet Fred's out of town. Where the hell is he? He's
Fred's
Becker.
in Malmo.
How's the reggae scene? I don't know. I'll ask if Fred's around. I like Sweden. They got nice waffles.
What are the odds this Swedish reggae guy though gets hit up for weed all the time?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing he looks like.
Yeah.
A lot of people got laid this weekend. Not going to mention any names, but some people that never get laid got laid, and that was a very nice thing. Thank you, ladies, who slept with friends of mine that don't ever get laid, and that's a really nice thing. That doesn't happen much at a Doug Stanhope show.
Well,
you know.
I like that there's more variety in Doug's audiences. We're starting to get some transgenders out.
Oh yeah, that guy Tim Madonna. You were fucking great, dude in a dress and fucking. We never got around to doing
Red
that.
Mary Jane pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He rocked it.
he was like Klinger. He didn't really acknowledge anything odd about
Yeah.
it, and it was
Oh,
perfect.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he wasn't like overly. He wasn't made up. He had long hair, but it was and done well. But he didn't have makeup or fake tits. He was just a dude in a dress.
It was great.
Nothing like he didn't bare the shoulders or go spaghetti strap.
No
He
drama
would,
with him. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it-
Had his back to football the whole time, playing the part.
Yeah, in the sports book and saying, I thought Vegas would be a lot more open and liberal than it is, but I get a lot of looks. I'm like, come on, man, you're going to get a lot of looks everywhere. Someone said that. Dude, anywhere you go, you're going to get looks.
passable. You're not even plausible. No.
Is he a comic?
No, he's just some
no.
dude.
Yeah.
He was hanging out with some of the local comics that were.
Oh, was
sport-
he?
Yeah.
If he was a comic, he didn't say so. But I said, wait till Chad Shank is down here for some muscle, and then go up and start high-fiving San Francisco fans anytime they score. This is a bunch of burly dudes in San Francisco jerseys that just go, yeah, fuck yeah, San Francisco, and high-five them. But wait till we have muscle. But we never did get around to that gag.
We did that somewhere where we went to a bar just to be obnoxious, rooting against the home team.
Oh, you mean every bar?
Yeah, maybe.
No, you guys did that during the Lakers playoff.
We've done that a lot.
Yeah.
I thought you did that with a film crew, though.
Oh, yeah, we tried to do that as a gag for the... No, that was a whole different gag.
Okay.
That was going to a bar. It never aired because I was fucking hammered. It was going to it was a Lakers bar, but just scream every time from the first basket, the Lakers, yes! Like it's the game-winning basket.
Who made the free throw, motherfucker?
And then the fucking next basket with the other team, you just fall down like your dream is over and start weeping.
Wait.
And then the next basket, you jump up and celebrate like you just won, and then you fall down and cry again. And that, the whole idea was it's going to get wicked old, but it got wicked old way too quick.
That's a long game.
Well, that's why you save something for the fourth quarter. Even the pros don't care how it goes in the first three.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have to piece together?
Well, a bunch of people brought you things to the table that I was sitting at. Some of those.
Oh yeah,
I
I finally started calling it the Christmas tree because people kept coming out. Hey, we brought you this, and you're not going to carry it around all day. So we started one table and said, okay, put it under the Christmas tree.
You should just change the title and have merch and gift table. So everybody knows.
We couldn't sell merch because evidently there's some corporate thing, and you have to fill out paperwork 2 weeks in advance to sell merch. And we have a shitload of stolen Bibles because for the last month on the road, Chaille hasn't been on the road with me. And if Chaille ain't there, I'm not selling merch. I'm not walking off that stage hammered and I'm trying to make change. Yeah. So fuck it. But I have all the stolen Bibles. I have like 6 weeks worth of stolen Bibles.
And everyone in our circle has been collecting Bibles as well.
Oh yeah, everyone here. We have
comics and otherwise.
We have 24 people staying here. So yeah, we got all their Bibles.
And then the great scam that we worked out on the road. We got a room with a single king bed.
Oh, we need 2 beds. We're going to have to switch rooms, and then we grab that
the Bible and then wait for them to get us a new key and then go to the next room, and so that ends up being...
Do you know how much easier it would be for us to just cheat and have the Gideon send us a bunch of Bibles? I make sure every Bible is authentically stolen from a hotel room.
I was saying it
before I rob you on an overpriced thing that cost me nothing.
The Bibles are free, by the way, at Salvation Army, and I told you that a long time ago, and you're like, nope. We're stealing them.
We have to sell. If we're going to fucking jack them up for outrageous prices.
I cannot look someone in the eye when I'm signing a stolen Bible if I don't know it's really stolen. I even steal the pins. I sign them with.
Let me see here.
I got a bunch in Laramie that I just when the maids start cleaning, they open up all the doors. So I just went down the line of rooms and took all the Bibles.
Chad Shank went into. We were eating breakfast in Boise. I'm sure I've told this story before, but fuck it. We're sitting at breakfast at like a big boys kind of place, and Chad Shank goes out. We think he's going out to get high, and then like 20 minutes goes by, and we've already paid. And like, where did he go? Did he sketch out? Did he kill a guy? And we went outside, and I'm smoking a cigarette. We're just waiting, and he comes running up to the car going, go, start the car, go. He had gone into the hotel next door, said, hey, he showed his room key from the hotel we had left. It's not the same hotel, and said, I'm in 234. I need a case of Bibles. We're doing a Bible study, and I need a case of Bibles. Can I?
No, the guy that was going to bring the Bibles called, and he can't make it. So we're in a jam here. We're all meeting, and we need some Bibles. Is there anything you can do to help us out?
And the front desk says, okay, what room did you say? 234? I'll bring them to your room. And he goes, no, everyone's in the van right now. We're on our way. So he brings them in. He brings them into the locker, wherever the housekeeping locker, and he's looking through shit. He goes, here, I got Books of Mormon. He goes, that'll do. He had a case of Bibles and Books of Mormon.
I like it when you're willing to go, sure. Couple phone books. Okay, throw them in.
He came with it was a plastic, those kind of chintzy plastic bags for laundry that they hang up. So he was like kind of running. But if he would have gone too fast, he would have ripped through.
Yeah.
And he's like, go, go, go. And as he's coming up to the car. Yeah. I mean,
That was the biggest one-time score.
that was great.
I've never seen it. We've had the Hindu book. I can't even pronounce it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I wish the Promise Keepers were still a group because you could infiltrate them and steal all their Bibles at night when they're fucking. That's what broke up the Promise Keepers. Is there was a lot of gayness going on.
I don't even remember what the Promise Keepers.
Really, it was like a big convention of Christian
like
dudes.
a million-man march of Christians or something?
Yeah, but there were also, the usual crooked shit. But there was also, you get a bunch of dudes together, get them all hyped up on being the head of the house, and then they're hugging and praying and crying. Eventually, somebody's going to stick a dick in something, and that's
They call that snake dancing.
Yeah, that's what kind of broke up the whole Promise Keepers movement.
I don't know if that's factual based.
It is.
We'll go with it.
Yeah.
No one's really using this for a news source. I
No,
know.
my brother.
I'm going to check the thrift stores for those Promise Keeper shirts.
Oh, there's probably some, and they're stained with tears and semen.
Kind of like your laundry.
Yeah, kind of like my laundry. That's how I know that club soda helps.
I don't have anything. We talked about some things yesterday, but nothing. It was just we were gonna do this and kind of roll with it. But
Yeah, I've had a fucking great 4 days,
yeah.
and I'm just starting to feel like I'm fading away into the sunset.
But we had a lot of people from Alaska came down,
Yeah.
and they ended up having to leave this morning. So
Oh, did they?
well,
I don't even.
Bart's still here, but Duran and Michelle.
Glenn Wool is still here.
But you want to talk to Luker, remember?
Oh yeah,
But she had to.
This is just the Hangover podcast. Just trying to
And
figure.
Glenn Wolf said you're podcasting at 5:30.
Glenn Wool's still in town. He's here till
Yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, by then we'll have our shit together. So we'll do that podcast. I just wanted to do a podcast where we're just all fresh out of bed with crust in our eyes. I really still can't focus. My contacts are fucking greasy. Everything looks like a Penthouse magazine Vaseline lens shoot to me. And I just thought maybe it would be a little fun. Just all wake up and go, what the fuck did we do?
Yeah, and that's really a problem with memories is if you don't have them, they're hard to repeat.
I think
Security could come up and talk.
I think I almost, like everything here, they have their on camera. Like I could have tracked down my phone by just watching, enough footage to go. Okay,
Did you find it?
Yeah, I did track it down.
Where was it?
Security had it. They said I left it at a bar, and when I found it, I looked at the pictures. And there's one of me all blurry, like I just dropped my phone or something.
Like a Bigfoot photo.
Yeah. So that's what I finally did track it down, but it took 2 days.
You don't have anyone to call.
I just didn't want all that stuff. There's stuff in there. It's
How many messages did
Porn.
you miss?
Do you
That was me calling my phone. Oh, wait, that was me calling my phone.
Actually,
Shit, that was
did
me
you
too.
get the message from Cliff from Appleton called me about a comic that went to the Panama party that hit a tree.
He's dead.
He
Yeah.
died.
I
Wait,
did
which
get
one?
that. Mike
Rowe?
fuck.
Is it Rowe?
No, hang on.
Is it the guy in Milwaukee that you made stare at
No.
another comic and the first guy to look away at Art's house? That was Mikey.
Was it? Yeah.
Was it the guys that wear the suits? The zoot suits?
No. He
no.
was
There's a young guy.
Yeah, he
Mike
was-
Prell.
Mike Prell.
wait,
yeah.
that was him. He was a comic host. He wasn't.
Yeah,
doing, he doesn't-
Prell was kind of a stoogey MC that we liked. I think
That's the guy.
Yeah, he's a real likable dude, and Cliff. I got that message. I haven't talked to Cliff, and since the economy went bad, and he said he could no longer hire shows of risk. I was like, wait, I don't do any fire.
Yeah, and he's classified as a high risk act.
High wire.
And
No
this
net.
weekend is a fire act, by the
Yeah,
way.
but it's like you're the one who put the lines on the table, man. That's how I became a show of risk. But he left this message, and he said, it's obvious somebody, got some bad news
Yeah.
to pass, and I thought Art Hinty was what I immediately thought. It must be Art because Cliff wouldn't be calling me about anything else, but. Yeah, that was the morning news that Mike hit a tree, and there's
Wow.
several other dudes. So, He was 3 blocks from his house at a bar, and on the return trip to his folks' house where he's living, trying to get things together in an Audi, I think he said. Jumped.
You got a very long text, didn't you? Because my text says Mike Prell died in a car accident. That's it.
I talked
I
to
get
Cliff.
BRB or LOL. You get a fucking
Right,
chapter.
no, I talked to him, but he said he hit a curb going 70 miles an hour in a 3-block radius with 2 people in the car that are all fucked up to some degree.
He'd been doing his laundry earlier that day. I don't know how that got in the text.
Yep. If Kennedy had just worn a hat, you never know. If Kennedy had an Abe Lincoln hat on, do you think he would have got hit in the noggin?
Well, I do remember that we were at Hinty's house, and it wasn't horrible. We didn't end up kicking him out of the party, but you had these 2 guys had to stare at each other and not laugh or something. And I had to
talk,
not talk.
And
I had a full beard at the time.
Yeah, Prell was a chatty Cathy, and I dare you to not talk.
Yeah, and I was supposed, and I sat right in front of them, and they were almost nose to nose looking at each other, just waiting for the other guy to break, and I was like just staring like poker face the whole time, and I don't even know if he knew who I was. Now it's this guy with a fucking creepy beard staring at him, and then the naked Kelly also. She didn't know it was
Cocktease Kelly. Please, use her real name.
They didn't even know, and I think ended up having to kick the other guy out, and that was amusing for us, and it solved the problem of too many chatty people in Art's little house.
Yeah, that was the annoying thing. Just talk and talk and talk. I don't know if he's working out bits or what it was.
I think
why are we shitting
that's
on
what
this guy?
we're not
Just
shitting
died.
on him. That was a fun memory. That was
he's
a good time.
I don't.
That was before Cadillac Slim got
don't
there
think
with
we
the
should.
ladies.
Oh, Sacramento Slim, the
Sacramento.
pimp. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
I
good
remember. Yeah,
night.
it wasn't for me. I mean,
How did he end up there? Do you remember? We're at Art. This is in Milwaukee. We're at Art Hinty's house, and for some reason,
For 3 days.
We're playing a club it's a strip club.
That's what it was. There's a strip club, and they had a comedy club attached in the basement. So we're playing the comedy club, and we're leaving, and one girl said, where are you guys going? You want some company? And we thought, hey, titty dancers want to hang out with us. Oh, no. They're not titty dancers once they leave the property. They're hookers. So we tell them where we're going before we realize, I don't think they just want to hang out. And they show up at the house with Sacramento Slim, their pimp.
What car?
A Cadillac.
Gold Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
Sacramento Slim, pimp.
So apparently stripping's doing better than comedy.
But here's the kicker. Sacramento Slim's bottom bitch was his sister, which is a little weird, I guess.
So they come in. We explained to them, hey, listen, we thought you were just coming to hang out. We didn't understand. Their lady, I understand you came a long way. I'll definitely pay your for
Travel.
I'll pay your travel. And they came in anyway. They were cool. Yeah, that's fine. And then
I
the
got
next
there
thing I
late.
know, Andy's getting beaten.
Well, I
with
got there later, and I guess they were at the show because one of them, as I was walking in, said, "Where's that one that ain't funny?" And I walked in, and I was the one. She was definitely
The high risk guy?
The I don't like risk acts. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why? You like waffles? Can I touch your penis? He somehow. Anyway, she was beating me with the belt.
making him renounce his white race.
Yeah, because I wasn't funny. She was all of a sudden, it'll be fun. She's going to hit me with a belt a couple times. But then she got on and then was trying to make me renounce my white race, which gladly I don't give a fuck.
It went from like vague, naughty, sexual spanking with a belt to Amistad.
Yeah. And then, 12 years a slave. And I looked at Sacramento Slim thinking maybe the pimp will stop this violence.
Or at least ask me for money.
And he just opened a wide grill smile and looked, and I knew the pimp wasn't going to assist me at all. I finally got away from the bitch because it's like, that's
We
enough.
were laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime.
I didn't want my first hooker interaction to be so heavy with the belt.
And didn't
At
we
least on
call
my end.
Sacramento Slim up the next time we played
Later.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, he came to the show.
We put him on a guest list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at the
Hey,
BBC.
he should be our Elvis anytime we play Milwaukee. Is just always leave Sacramento Slim's name on the guest list. 'Cause
Yeah.
we don't know whatever became of it. Maybe he moved on to greener pastures. Maybe he's pimping it in the big city.
I
now.
hope he didn't move to Sacramento, because that would be really confusing. Sacramento.
He's
Slim
just slim
from
there.
Sacramento.
Just slim.
Just slim.
They're all Sacramento.
I think didn't he go? I think he took us. I went clothes shopping with the pimp, right? Because didn't he take us to the?
Well,
pimp
we don't know
store?
what you do in your
I
off
don't
time,
know.
Andy.
I think I went shopping with Slim, and he taught me how to dress. Or no, maybe
No,
yeah.
it was Art that brought
Oh,
us to
okay,
that
right,
Pimp
right.
Suits
But he
store.
approved my outfit, which I thought was when a
Oh,
pimp
my God.
says gives you
Right.
the
That's yeah.
you know
And you should get a belt with that.
yeah
Hey,
Whack,
raise it.
Son of a bitch!
you can get started in this business with a belt and a sister. Can you flip a sister?
All right,
Well,
here,
now that
let's
you're black.
let's raise a toast to Mike Prell.
Mikey
Yeah,
Prell.
Mike Prell.
Another weekend, another dead friend.
And Mike Prell's gonna have no problem being silent now.
We wrapped it up.
Oh no,
really
we can
nice
edit.
with-
We can edit to Mike.
No,
Prell.
we don't edit you
don't
out.
edit that.
You'll never learn if we edit out all your social faux
There's
pas.
another club that won't book you.
Yeah, somebody came up and says they like it's kind of like a nervous tick I have. He said, yeah, and then he goes, and then I did it, and he goes, see, like that. I didn't even know what I. There you go.
All right, that's a quick hangover podcast. We'll do a few more podcasts once we get our eyes focused. With the remainder of the Vegas party, I don't know if Chad Shank's still around. Chad Shank got recognized twice just by his voice from this podcast.
That's awesome.
That's how good Chad Shank
That's
is.
amazing.
So hopefully he's still in town, but I bet he left. Hey, since I do this dumb podcast, I should be dropping my dates. Starting October 8th, we start driving on the road back with me and Bing Bong Bingo Bingaman and Ding Dong Ggreg Chaille and the lovely orange-haired Tracy. We start in El Paso October 8th, and then we go on to Albuquerque, Amarillo, Springfield, Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, Peoria, Illinois, Rock Island, Illinois. That's the shit, right? Chicago, Grand Rapids, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Oh, I'll be going back there again, I'm sure. Cleveland, Ohio, Flint, Michigan, where I'm known and loved, Detroit, and then we're on a plane home to pack our shit for Australia. That was a break, and now back to the podcast already in action. All right, that's a podcast. Play the Mattoid.
Party time. Party time. Party time. Party time. Drink your drinks and eat your eats. It's party time. Laugh your laughs and heat your heats. It's party time. Smile your smiles and blue your blues. It's party time. Dance your dance and shoe your shoes. It's party time. Howl your howls and suck your socks. It's party time. Yeah. Oh baby, grab your craps and fuck your fucks. It's party time. Grab your craps and fuck your fucks. It's party time. Everybody, grab your craps and fuck your fucks. It's party time. One more. Grab your craps and fuck your fucks. It's party time. Here we go. Party time. Yeah. Party time. Party time. Yeah. Party time. Party time. party time, party time, party time, party time, party time, party time. Hey!